Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the ZB Philly Sports Podcast. This is episode 14, our Pete Rose episode. Zach, how would you like us to get started?
Let's start with the Phillies.
All right.
Big news out of Arizona Fall League. Post Tommy John surgery, Andrew Painter looks like he's been lights out. I don't know if you've
Nice.
seen his stats from the league, but he started in 5 games. He's thrown 13 innings, only gave up 8 hits, 3 unruns, 2 walks, and total strikeouts, totaling a 2.08 ERA with a .875 whip.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It is a fall league, but still pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's usually like, I know there's a lot of not like top, but like it's a lot of young guys going out.
Yeah.
It's a lot of there's a lot of guys that I've been injured for this past season, so let me kind of use this to get me back in the swing, and then I'm back by spring training. I've got some baseball under my belt.
Yeah. Is it some guys also like saying like trying to make spring training roster? Okay. That's what I thought.
It's a lot of minor league guys and then like young guys.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah, it raises some questions. I know we don't want to get into free agency yet. We'll get into all that in a little bit, but it raises some concerns. You don't have to answer this now. We can answer this later. Of what do we do with him? Do we make him a fifth starter?
I feel they won't really decide that until spring training to see how he does.
Do you go out and get a pitcher and then you push some Taiwan and Christian Walker to back into the bullpen? Or do you Ranger Suarez go back there? Like,
right.
That's all stuff we're going to get into here a little bit when we talk about free agent.
Yeah.
So,
another thing I want to talk about before free agency, we had no Gold Glove winners.
I was going to bring that up, and that was my third one that I was going to bring up, but I didn't know. If, I think it's if you go out and look who won.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper beats Christian Walker. I don't even know if Christian Walker played half a season this year. He may have, but I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Who won it for second base? Was it
Bryce Turang?
I won't comment on that one.
My biggest thing is Chris Sale beating out Zach Wheeler. Chris Sale sat due to back spasms.
Yes.
In his last game.
And
when his team really needed him.
Chris Sale, great pitcher.
Yeah.
He's old, and the fact that he made that big of a jump this year, very incredible.
Yeah.
But if I want if I want a pitcher out there that gets a lot of like comebackers, I'm not picking Chris Sale.
Right.
It's the best defensive position. So
yeah, I agree.
I think Zach Wheeler is one of the best defensive pitchers out there.
Right. I don't know how he didn't win it.
And then was it Marsh was the last one?
Yeah, Marsh was. See, I can understand why Marsh doesn't win. It's like the one I'm least annoyed about.
Yeah. So Bryce, Stott, yeah, we only had 4.
But at the same time, I feel Rojas. There's an argument that he should have been nominated at least because of how many defensive runs he saves.
Yeah. I don't know how they base this off of.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Marsh made some spectacular catches this year.
Yeah, some he didn't even mean to do.
He lost one in the sun and he just caught it.
Yeah.
The one in Seattle that he robbed a home run. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if we're counting those, or like how they're counting them, but
I don't know.
I feel like we should have got one.
Yeah.
But
Maybe that's a question we'll be able to ask someone someday.
yeah, maybe.
Like we get a little bit more of a following, we can interview people.
Maybe we can get Jeff Pass in here on the podcast.
Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
Bob Nuttinger.
Not even on the podcast per se, just like ask them questions, then bring it up. If
Yeah.
they don't have the time to do that. I don't know.
I don't know. It's something that all comes with
Right.
time and following and all that.
Yeah.
The next thing I have is so Philly Tailgate or Phillies Tailgate is where I get all my Phillies news.
I
They
basically
posted
get everything from there too.
again, follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Rangers was before his hand surgery, so he just posted this an hour ago.
Okay.
72 innings, 43 hits, 14 earned runs, 6 walks, 77 strikeouts, 1.75 ERA with a 2.75 FIP. Rangers was after his hand injury, 78.2 innings pitched, 97 hits, 44 earned runs, 25 walks, 68 strikeouts with a 5 ERA.
Yeah, something definitely happened. I don't even know, but you could tell he was a completely different pitcher.
Yes, he I want to say he never I think he never completely healed.
Yeah.
I think
I agree.
we needed him. And I don't know. It could have been he's never thrown 144 or 150 some innings or whatever.
Yeah.
My math's probably nowhere close, but you get away with me. Like he threw a lot of innings this year, and I don't think he's ever thrown as many innings as he
Right.
did this year than before him.
Yeah, I also think he just wanted himself to get out there so his family could watch him.
Yeah.
Because that was a big thing at the beginning of the season last year.
But again, that raises concern. You know, a lot of this offseason is just going to, for at least the Phillies part of it, it's all going to be on postseason.
Yeah.
It's going to be, it's going to be all free agency. My brain spittered spattered there. I think I said postseason, which I don't know why I said postseason. Brain thought. It's all going to be free agency because that's basically all we had to talk about here.
Right.
We have the Soto saga. But this kind of gets us into, unless you have one more thing,
Nope.
not free agent. This kind of gets us into free agency. Brings that last point with Andrew Painter. What you have, Tom? Did we sign Turnbull, or is he?
I think he's just a free agent.
Just free agent. So you have what? You have Nola, you have Wheeler, you have Sanchez, you have Painter, who's probably going to come right back in the spring training and compete for a spot. I said Sanchez, right? Not Walker. Yeah. You have those 5. Are you satisfied with those 5?
Hopefully not.
Or do you go out and say, okay, well, Taijuan, you're going to be pushed to the bullpen? Or, because, again, you never know. What if Taijuan comes out and throws...
That's true.
Perfect springs.
Right.
And then you let him go and he's throwing perfect...
he would do that.
March and April and June, and does he turn the corner? What is he focus on?
Right.
I know the Reds fans are saying they cheaped out Nick Martinez. Well, is Nick Martinez going to stay with the Reds, or is he going to be a valuable piece where for the Reds this year he started, but he can also be in the bullpen? So do you have one of those guys where you go get him and he can be a valuable
our team can make a lot of changes, but they can also. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't make many changes.
Well, apparently, again from Bob Nightingale, the Phillies are surprised that they haven't won a ring
Yeah.
in the Harper era, and they are willing to spend money. And
Speaking of that, in an interview, I think it was, Middleton indicated that he will consider pushing the payroll beyond even the third threshold, which is 281 million next year, if the opportunity arises to add another impact player. See, I
again,
don't know what we currently sit at, but from what I hear, that's like really big player.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it could be Soto.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
know if you
not
wanted to get to that yet or not.
100%. Yeah, we can jump right into that whole saga.
Yeah,
Um, MLB analyst or reporter, I saw this earlier, saying that Juan said that he wants to stay on the um,
East Coast.
East Coast.
Yep.
So that I guess helps us a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
There's some water in Philly.
yeah, there might be some dead bodies in the bottom of it, but
Yeah, just a little.
But what I wanted to harp on actually before we get into DeSoto, again, Phillies tailgate, where I get my Phillies news. Go follow him. He's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's E. Hopefully it's E. I don't want to be.
Maybe it's a whole team. I don't know.
Maybe it's a whole team. This, I'll show this here. I know you can't really see it, but I'll send it to Brendan if he wants to pop this on screen. There's
Okay.
a bunch of minor league minor leaguers that are now free agents. A couple names that we know is Yonder Marte,
Mhm.
Luis Ortiz,
Rodolfo
Kobe
Castro.
Allard,
Is he on there?
Derek Hall, Castro's on there, David Dahl, Carlos De La Cruz. I know people thought he might be coming up to
Yeah.
a Philly spot. So
Derek Hall, we knew was
Derek
going
Hall,
to be
we
gone.
knew we weren't going to keep.
Yeah.
I'm really
we don't
surprised.
have Scott Kingery now. I don't
Scott
think
Kingery.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that. He's now in LA, so we wish him luck
Yep.
out there.
Angels and Phillies just like doing trades.
Yeah.
Speaking of another minor leaguer, Jonathan Pettibone. If you know who that is, you're a real Philly fan.
So yeah, like that clears a lot of minor league space.
Yeah. The Rodolfo Castro and I believe Luis Ortiz were on the 60-day IL. So it was either you re-sign them or you release them. It's like you had two options there.
It was a smart choice of just letting them go.
Rodolfo Castro is actually younger than Rojas, I think. I didn't realize that.
So yeah, this is what I saw. It just says what it is that Juan Soto prefers to stay on the East Coast, which would be an obstacle for the Dodgers and any other West Coast club. The Phillies are likely to take a shot at the 4-time All-Star.
Everyone should be taking a shot at him.
Everyone's going to take a shot at him.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to see the billboards. I'm surprised we haven't seen any already.
Yeah, I don't live there anymore, but
True.
So
I don't go into city all that often, but we'd see it on Twitter or X. Sorry.
I'm why I kind of bought the whole minor league is there's some surprises. I guess really not, because I guess some of the guys like Cody Clemens, I wonder if they're counting him as up at the club. Wilson, I wonder if they're counting him with the club. Like those guys
are.
And again, could Colby Allen stay
It
in
wouldn't
free
surprise me.
agency and we go get him? David Dahl, if we needed him.
But we have to remember, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. So many of those guys are out of options as well. Would
That
their
is
new
true.
contract add options? I don't know how that works.
I don't believe so. I
Okay.
think even if they go to another team, I believe they do not have options. If
Yeah.
I'm not wrong,
Probably
us know.
depends on if they sign a minor league contract or a major league
Yeah.
contract. I don't know.
It's a lot going
Yeah.
down. Especially with they released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've released like 10, 15 pitchers in the
Wow.
minor leagues. There's also like 7 more that 7 minutes ago elected minor league free agency.
Yeah.
So
And I think that's what Dylan Covey did because he could sign before free agency actually started. So I think that had to be minor league.
so it kind of seems like they know something's coming, or like some of them are starting pitchers. Do they know that
Yeah.
Painter is basically going to be? My question is, okay, so you trade for Juan Soto. Do you go and sign Burns too? Do you sign a
Could we
veteran?
afford both of them? I also say we get Trevor Bauer.
I think he's loving Mexico League too much.
Yeah, that's true.
Like why go back to something that doesn't
Money.
want you? Like
Yeah.
he's got all of his endorsement. I would love Trevor Bauer. Don't get me wrong. Trevor Bauer will be a great piece to that rotation. Or it doesn't even have to be Burns if it's another guy. Okay, so now you've pushed a player back. Which player are you pushing back? Can Painter
Right.
go to the bullpen? Will it be Walker? Will it be
Well, we
Christopher
saw
or
Ranger
Ranger?
and Sanchez start in the bullpen. Wouldn't surprise me if Painter then started in the bullpen.
So
But
there's
Painter
that.
is also a much higher prospect than they were.
And it came out a couple of days ago. We both kind of saw this. That the Phillies are listening for Bohm,
Oh yeah,
Marsh,
and
Castellanos. Do you sell Castellanos? So Castellanos, I believe, is on his last year of his contract.
Him and Schwarber
Him
are on
and
the last
Schwarber.
year.
Do you sell Nick High? Do you trade him for something?
Yeah.
Because I feel like his stock's high now to a team that could use a bullpen, or not bullpen, outfield spot.
Yeah.
Because if you get one, he's going to take right field. So Castellanos is going to have to be left field or DH, but you already have Schwarber that basically just DHs.
Castellanos has played third. If they want to get rid of Bohm,
do you sell Bohm at a high stock? And
honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. Like Castellanos going to third for that season or two until guys come up from the minors,
and maybe Castellanos becomes platinum gold glover or platinum glover, whatever they call it.
Huh.
So you have those two that you could sell high. You could sell Marsh high, and if you really wanted to, could you sell Painter high? I just read his line in Arizona Fall League. Or you could wait. Do you give Bohm? Do you entertain the offers for Bohm? You get something here, and you were thinking here. Do you take that? Possibly. Right. Or do you wait until the trade deadline comes around and be like, okay, well, Painter's not what we thought he was. He's now down in the minors. We've got a third baseman down in the minor leagues that can come up let's sell Bohm for a 1 year pitcher and see if it helps the rotation.
Yeah.
We've seen with this year with the rotation kind of slowing down and making that decline to then come back up. Do you go out in at the trade deadline time and see if you can stop that decrease and just keep going up? Because if you bring in a new arm, does he skyrocket?
Yeah.
What does that do for your rotation?
It's,
Again, we also saw it with the lineup where the lineup was here
right.
and then it dropped and then it kind of it only got back up to here. It never got back up to
Yeah.
where it was before Boom stopped
Right.
hitting, and the sophomore slump is a big thing.
Yeah. But
we saw
he also
Stock
was
go
an
through
all-star for the first half of the year.
Well, I'm not talking that Bohm had a sophomore slump. I feel like Stockmore had
Oh yeah, definitely
a full season sophomore slump because last year was like his full season at second base.
Yeah. But like free agent wise, there's still. I think a lot of it will have to do with how much money people want for what moves we make within the organization.
Well, if you go out and try to get Burns, and because I love Burns.
Yeah, same.
I wanted him the minute he wanted to leave Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And I love Soto. I love Soto, Bryce, great connection. Soto, Bryce, and actually Turner, all great connection.
And
now.
Kevin Long.
And Kevin Long.
What's it called? I think Schwarber played with him too.
Yes. Schwarber did play with him in 2018, I believe.
Something like that.
But it's like, okay, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
We're being told that they want to spend money. We're being told that they will go over the threshold. They want their championship back.
Yeah.
They want this. They want that. So where do we go from here? We've got this lineup that's supposed to be here and finished here. We finished below what we were supposed to finish. We were during the season. We ended up going from could be a World Series team.
Yeah.
To being this is World Series of us. Like this is.
Yeah.
This has to be a year.
With the Braves getting so many injuries, that didn't help us either because it gave everyone much more confidence.
And you know that the Dodgers are going to be out there in free agent. Yeah. Another name that pops into mind. Do you go get Cody Bellinger?
Yeah.
I was also thinking about space.
Yeah. I was thinking of Walker Buehler for a pitcher.
Walker Buehler could be a good pitcher.
He also didn't get a qualifying offer.
He didn't get a qualifying offer. Damn. Nope. Let's go to Sporkle real quick.
Yeah. But I like the idea of Teoscar Hernandez.
I like that too. I'm just saying. So Hall's in free agency. So you got Hall in free agency, and then you've got Bohm that could be dealt at the deadline.
Yeah. Bellinger. What team is he on again?
The Cubs.
Okay. I was making sure I was thinking of the right person. He's been in there for over a decade.
Yes.
I saw a rumor of him, right before we started this, about him going to a team.
He was projected to possibly be dealt at the deadline, but never was. So I'm trying to get it up here. So we can have some names we can just throw out there for you guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the post I saw about Bellinger.
Agents, there we go. So Kyle Hendricks apparently might be in talks with the Angels, I believe.
Okay.
And Covey apparently to the Mets.
I didn't like the post, so I'm never gonna find the thing.
But so actually, let's stay on the pitchers now, as it won't let me do any of this.
What website are you on again?
Whatever this one is, Spot Track.
Okay.
Oop, oop. So I
Jeez.
think the two top ones is Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander. I think you leave those guys alone. I think those guys are a little bit too old, a little too out of the prime. Same with Charlie Morton. I think you kind of just. I wouldn't be mad with a Max Fried.
Yeah.
Jack Flaherty, Sean Manaea, Jose Quintana. We saw what those guys could do. With the Mets. Bring back Matt Moore. If you're a true Phillies fan, you know the trauma. Nick Pivetta. Bring back some old Phillies. But
Did Blake Snell resign?
I don't think so. I didn't hear anything of him resigning. I think they would have taken him off here.
Yeah.
If he did. I wouldn't be mad with a Blake Snell.
I just know him and Burns were like a lot of rumors about the Phillies last year.
Yeah. Patrick Corbin, I would not go get Montas. Montas is bad. But then there's guys out there like I said, Nick Martinez, he's got some good stuff. He's got great pitches. He can work out of the bullpen and in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Would you go get a guy like that? Don't think Shane Bieber will go anywhere, but who knows? I'm liking your Walker Buehler. I think even if you're like, we're only going to give you a 2-year deal for
Yeah.
20-something million
Even a
dollars,
1+1.
or that.
Yeah, like Snell and Burns did this year or last year. I mean.
Because then you can, if you only spend 20 on Walker, you could go get a couple bullpen pieces like Estevez. You can bring back. You can bring back Hoffman. You can go get a Will Smith, AJ Minter. You could Clay Holmes. I don't know. His postseason was a little rocky.
Yeah, but
At
the same time, I'd almost focus on the bullpen more than the starting rotation.
Yeah.
I don't think we've really talked about that at all.
What, the bullpen?
Yeah. Like we've talked about it a little bit, but I think the bullpen needs much more help than the starters.
I think you're right there. Again, do you go back to Spencer Turnbull and be like, hey, would you like to work out of the bullpen?
Yeah. But
You
at
were
the
here
same time,
last
he could be
year.
our fifth starter.
Exactly. So it's like, is it good to have him as a long arm back there?
Yeah.
And say, I don't know, say you let Painter be your fifth starter. He's not looking good. Okay, well, now he's out of that fifth rotation spot, and now he's in there.
Yeah, some names that I'm seeing: Kenley Jansen, Ross Stripling.
Joe Kelly wouldn't be a bad.
Yeah, Paul Sewald.
Again, the Nick Martinez can be back
Jake Junis.
Jacob
Carlos
Junis.
Estevez.
Jacob Junis is a starting pitcher for the Reds.
Really?
Yeah.
It
Jake
says
Junis.
relief pitcher.
Oh, who are you looking at?
Jake Junis, Reds.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. He was starting this year for them. But I like him more as a relief pitcher, but again, he can get you a couple
Like,
quality starts.
say
James
someone is
Paxton.
injured, he can hop into the rotation. But
James
Chris Martin, I
Paxton.
also like. Carlos
James
Estevez.
James Paxton sitting that. I know he's a starting pitcher, but
Oh, that's who I really want. Tanner Scott.
Tanner Scott. That's another big name.
We can get one of the Will Smiths to boost our odds just a little bit.
Yep. Trade it. What's his face? Cassianos for the catcher. JT goes and plays somewhere in the field.
Jeff Hoffman, I still want to see come back.
And I
Kimbrel's
know
up here.
no. We will end this podcast if we get Kimball.
Yeah. Well, no, we just won't talk about the Phillies.
Okay. Kobe Yates is fine. But going back on the Will Smith, I know everyone's saying, "Oh, go get a Will Smith." It's been the past 5 years. Huh?
I'm one of those people.
Yes, you are one of those people. I'm one of those people. But a lot of people are kind of just saying it because, like, oh, like the last 5 years, there's been a Will Smith on a winning team, like a winning. I just think Will Smith, the relief pitch. Well, the catcher's also really good, but the relief pitcher, he's good. Like he's good. Like he's obviously they have to be good if they're going to be on a World Series winning team. But I think a couple years ago,
I'm sorry if you said this already and I just forgot, but I didn't realize Kyle Hendricks actually signed already.
Yeah, he signed with the
Angels.
I think he just signed today, actually.
Okay.
I think him and the Angels were getting close on a deal, and this might just be me from not being from Cincinnati because if you can read my sweatshirt, I'm a Philly guy, but Buck Farmer, he's not bad, not great, but you got to think we have some pretty good pitching staff.
How do you feel about bringing Michael Lorenzen back?
I love it. I wish we never got rid of him.
Yeah, I agree.
He can be a bullpen piece. I know he probably wants to be a starter,
but it's the same thing.
If you throw a lot
Junis.
of money at a lot of these people,
yeah, but same thing with Junis. Like, yeah, you could be in the bullpen, but you could fight for that 5th spot.
Yeah.
I think that would be good as well. Having a little competition for the 5th spot, that could be good.
Yes, it would be really good.
But then again, Rob Thompson's our manager. He doesn't make the best pitching decisions.
True. Moving on from pitchers, I know we're stuck on pitchers there for a while. I want to get through some more of these positions.
Yeah. We can get Bregman if we trade Bohm.
I don't like Bregman.
Okay.
I think Bregman would be
it's a name that I know.
Yeah. That's what I was guessing.
Some of the stuff is a joke too. Like Josh Bell, I don't think he's worth the $16 million that he was getting.
No. But I did want to bring up the third base spot. If you could, it's going to have to be a trade for Bell.
Yoan Moncada?
It's going to have to be no, not really.
I'm just going down the list naming third baseman that I see.
I'm also thinking, okay, well, first baseman. We have Bryce Harper.
Yeah. He's not going.
We don't have Derek Hall. I know we have Cody Clemens that could play first, but
Wilson can as well.
Wilson,
we have Sosa,
but I want a person that would be like, oh yeah, like could we go get Ty France? And some days, not Bo, Bryce is only in the lineup, not playing defense, but and it's more of a question of you tell. I'm at my point where I'm ready to give up on Schwarber.
Really?
I'm ready to find a new DH.
Why? See, I don't see them doing that because I feel. Actually, at the same time, never mind. I was going to say, I feel he has that Rhys Hoskins role in the bullpen, but they moved on from Hoskins. So at that point, it wouldn't surprise me. But at the same time, he's hitting over the past 3 years, averaging almost 45 home runs a season.
That's true. I'm looking for. Yes, I get he's hitting home runs, but you don't have to be hitting home runs. I want to start seeing guys hitting doubles and singles and handing a baton off. I don't. You're going to see those smaller teams that they're teams that aren't built on power. Look at Game 1 of the Mets series.
Yeah,
they didn't hit a single home run, and they scored 8 runs on us.
Yeah,
they were all singles, and it's just here. This man's up, hand the baton. Okay, now I'm going to hand the baton. Like it's just a never-ending.
I can tell you that Jesse Winker will not be going to the Brewers.
Yes, he will. That's it. I think that city might burn down.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I would love Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
I believe the list. Is he a left fielder? Or are they counting him as right field? Maybe he's signed?
Maybe it's just how I think of things. I feel if you're a center fielder, you can play any position in the outfield. If you're a right or left fielder, you can definitely play at least left or right field.
So he's not on here anymore. So I wonder if he's signed.
Who did you say again?
Cody Bellinger.
It says he opted out, but has a player option next year.
It says 2 days ago from NBC Sports Report, Cody Bellinger picks up his $27.5 million player option with the Cubs.
Huh.
So it looks like he probably picked it up.
Yep.
Which that stinks. I like Bellinger.
Yeah.
But go get. I like what you said with the Teoscar and Soto. That would be good.
Yeah.
Verdugo's not a bad choice out there, but
yeah,
we'll see. There's
a lot.
I'm
just
sure
started. We're even forgetting stuff to mention, but
yeah,
we don't want to make the whole thing about the.
We don't want this whole podcast just to be all about free agent Phillies.
Right.
So I think we're gonna end the free agent talk there. Pick it up next week. See if we can get any more intel from anyone.
Did Garrett Cole sign with the Yankees?
Yes, they did something.
Oh yeah. No, now I know. It was like, I'm opting out, but I'll re-sign my same contract. I think that's pretty much what happened.
Went back on Twitter. Gonna give this to you. Phillies make me sad. At Phillies make me sad. I just lost it, but said the Phillies have an idea of bringing Justin Verlander in as a 5th starter.
See, I was actually going to mention that and be like, we don't need him to do amazing during the regular season, but we know he will step up in the postseason. He's someone who always just does better in the postseason.
Yeah. For all of you out there, though, if you're just getting into baseball, because I know a lot of Philly sports fans are not like Brendan, like a lot of you might be. You were there, you were Phillies fans, but you're like now deep diving into it.
Yeah.
If you guys want to follow someone on Twitter, I think he has Instagram. I think he's got all of it. Bob Nightingale, he is the source. That's who I go to. That's who
Okay.
If he's saying something is going to happen, or if he says something that does happen, because I know when we get here in December and late November, a lot of people are like, oh, Juan Soto's going to the Phillies for $500,000, and it might not be.
Right.
But if I would follow Nightingale, Passan, Ken Rosenthal, John Heyman. Those are some good names to follow. But again, like I was saying, Nightingale, great name to follow if you guys are
Yeah.
looking for. So I think that's all we're gonna do on the Phillies
We're
today.
going to the Flyers now.
We can go into the Flyers.
All right. Since our last recording, beat the Blues 2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Lost to the Bruins 3-0, and last night lost to the Hurricanes 6-4. Then their upcoming schedule for until our next recording is against the Lightning, then Panthers.
Saturday.
No, Lightning's tomorrow.
What did I say? Did I say tonight?
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. Saturday.
Yeah. Panthers Saturday, Sharks Monday, and that's it until the next recording.
I like these 3 games until each podcast.
Yeah,
this is fun. We did have a little 4-game winning streak until Boston liked it.
Yeah.
I think last week when we were here, we were in the same situation. Flyers are currently in last place.
But
in the division.
Offense. See, I don't know what all of this means. PIM, we are second in the league. On offense.
PIM, I think, is 20 minutes.
Okay. PK percentage, we're third.
That's good. Again, like we said last week, that's way improved from last year.
Yeah. On defense, it says PD second, P second, and blocks third.
There you go. I'm not the biggest statical hockey follower, so
I've been just trying to look at the actual stats themselves rather than the team, so I can learn what stats mean. But our differentials were in the negatives for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Out of the last 11, we're in the negatives for 8 of the 3 in differentials. It's not very good.
Yeah, not really good. Getting on to some player stats here. Connecting's leading in a lot of good stats. He's got 14 points. He's got 7 goals and 7 assists. Michkov's got 4 goals with 6 assists. Couture's got 3 goals and 5 assists. And Tippett's starting to get on a little roll here. He's got 2 goals with 6 assists. So
did he score yesterday?
He did score yesterday. Okay. Our scores were Konechny had 2.
Okay.
Tippett had 1. We're gonna have to look this up because it was in between Flyers game and the election yesterday.
Konechny 2, Tippett 1.
Foss 1.
Yep. That's 4.
That's 4. Yep. Well, that's good 4. Koloslovsky. Don't know how I feel on him.
I don't know.
Think they need a better goal situation. Sam Ersson. I feel like he's obviously should be the best. His goals per game is Ersson's 2.68, Fedorov's 5.35, and Kolzov is 3.92. So it's not like he's awful. He's the second best. I get why he's second goaltender.
Yeah.
I know Sam Ersson left Saturday's game.
I was going to ask what happened to him. Because I didn't know that.
So all I know, I was, again, that was on the back burner. I had the Penn State game. We're just not going to talk about it. We're going to blow by it. We're just going to mention it. We're not going to say anything.
Nothing.
Shut up. At least we're going to make the playoffs, Michigan fan.
We won the championship. I don't care.
Shut up. But I know he had. I heard he was having a skate blade issue, and then it turned into, I guess.
It's hard to
he,
do that with the camera.
yeah. I know he was having a skate blade issue, and then it turned out he had some kind of significant injury. Again, I have not heard anything
Yeah.
on what it is, what it could be. So hopefully he's okay. If I find out what it is, I'll be sure. Again,
Lower body injury.
did it say what part, like
Mm.
a timeline or anything like that?
No, but he joined us on the road trip.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All this news, we'll make sure to have it on Twitter. We repost everything.
Yeah.
Go follow us there. We're gonna start getting better with Instagram, TikTok, all that. So,
Yeah, it's not a serious injury.
which is good. But the best way I could describe the goalie situation is, don't know how to explain it in the Sixers because it's not really, I don't think it's comparable to anything.
Yeah.
You know how when Zach Wheeler goes out there and throws 8 innings and only gives up like one run or something like that, the
Yeah.
Phillies just can't hit. That's what the Flyers are doing with the goals right now. We're not getting goals. We're not like, yes.
Yeah.
We're what, 4-8,
Yeah.
and it's mainly because there was some close games. Like last night was a 2-goal. They lost by 2 goals.
And I think we were winning at one point.
I don't know. Again, I wasn't too into the game. I forgot they played last night.
See, I keep up with the notifications I get, but I don't have NBC Sports, so them and the Sixers I don't get to watch a lot of.
Like you could go back from the start of October.
Yeah.
3-1-1, 3-1, 2-3, 3-3, 2. Oh, that's the one they won. 1, 2, 1.
Yeah.
3-2. Like there's such close games, and again, it's like the Phillies. When the bats aren't going, the pitchers can only take them to a certain point until a lucky run or a jam that the pitcher just can't get out of.
Yeah, we were leading by 1 last night.
But when we're getting pucks on net, we're getting them to be close games, but it's just they need to keep the pressure on. They need to keep the puck. I know this is easier said than done, but you got to keep the puck on the other side of the ice. I feel like every time I'm watching the game, I'm watching either if it's Sam, if it's Fedorov, if it's Kolzov. Like last night, I flipped the game on, and Kolzov let a rebound go out. I know as a goalie, you gotta keep those contained inside your crease, and you gotta freeze that puck. Sanheim tried to slap it away, and it went to another player, and he had a wide open net. Like that, Kolzov was scrambling around the paint. Like it just can't happen. Like you got to give goalies a very hard position because you got to go from this side to this side, and you got to go quick.
Yeah.
So you need to keep the puck at least outside and jam up the lanes. So, or you need to get in front of like the defense just has to be there. And again, I feel like I'm back in July, August, talking about the Phillies not playing good defense, not getting runs on the board, and it just carries over.
It's kind of ironic that it's the same thing.
It's kind of like the Eagles. The Eagles need to keep the offense on the field and the defense. Oh,
Yeah.
like it's just that's
Yeah.
the best way to explain it in a non-hockey person. Like you're more into football.
Yeah.
You know the best way. The best recipe for success is keeping the defense off the field, keeping the offense on the field for as long as possible.
Right.
You
Yeah.
need to keep the puck not within the first 5 inches of the crease. You need to keep it.
Right.
If you're going to keep it in your zone, get a wall of defense in there, and
makes sense.
It's
I don't know.
It just stinks.
As we keep saying, it's still kind of early in the season.
It's still early. We're only what
13,
4
14
months
games into it.
Yeah, we're only 2 full months into it.
Not even.
No, only 1 full month.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting the second full month.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking it's like the middle of November. It's literally the
weather's
6th.
Weird though.
It is, especially here. It's cold, warm.
Yeah, well, it's pushing 80 right now. At least here. It is. I think it's currently 79. All right, you got anything else for the Flyers?
Nope.
All right,
I'm rambling.
Yeah, we'll be right back after this short message. We're excited to tell you guys we're now working with In the Clutch. They make some awesome shirts for baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. And if you can't decide on what shirt you want to get, they even offer $10 mystery shirts.
Yeah, I've got one of the shirts on right now. Cody Common shirts. I've talked about this one before. Great material, everything about it. They have all kinds of player tees, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers for you guys. Our store link will be down below.
Yep.
Discount code ZB Philly Sports Pod will get you $10 off of your entire order. So.
Yeah, and I'll have that code pop up on the screen right here as well. And now back to your regularly timed programming. All right, welcome back, everyone. Now I think we're getting into the Sixers, right?
Yep.
Before we get into Joel Embiid stuff, I will say we lost to the Pistons. Well, since our last podcast, we lost to the Pistons, lost to the Grizzlies, and we barely lost to the Suns in Paul George's debut. He didn't have a bad game, just bad decision. It's his first game. He's learning his role on the team and everything still. He waved off Tyrese Maxey near the end of the game and then bricked a mid-range shot that would have tied the game, which we then lost after that.
Yeah, but I feel like Paul George is a pretty good, like...
Yeah, if anyone...
I want him waving off Maxey in that situation.
Not really, though, because Maxey is
not really.
a very clutch player as well.
But, like...
Yeah.
You get what I mean.
Early in the season, it's okay to make these mistakes now. Rather have it happen now than end of the year playoff time.
Yeah.
Tonight we're playing the Clippers. So it's Paul George versus Harden and Kawhi. No, not Kawhi. Kawhi's not playing. Scratch that. My bad. Friday we play the Lakers. Sunday we play the Hornets. And Tuesday is the Knicks. Tuesday, I believe, is when Embiid can make his debut. He was going to make his debut tonight against the Clippers, or is progressing towards doing so, until he got suspended for 3 games.
Boo.
Yeah, but next Tuesday versus the Knicks, it might be the start of the in-season tournament. Not much has been talked about it yet, so I'll give more details next week when it actually starts, because I believe all the teams will have their own courts for those games. I think that's when the City Edition jerseys should be coming out. So we'll get that next week. Yeah. The court usually goes along with the jersey in some way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as I said, Embiid suspended for 3 games due to shoving Marcus Hayes. Should he have shoved him? Probably not. Their altercation, pretty much everyone agrees with Joel Embiid. But before we get to that altercation, I do want to say, I don't remember if I said this or if this happened before our last podcast. Excuse me. Embiid got a technical foul already.
We did bring this up last time,
Okay.
but
Did I talk about the injury narrative that he was talking about?
maybe
All the fans and media giving him a hard time for not playing. It's not really up to him. The Sixers are choosing not to play him. But
yeah,
he said, I do think it's BS. I've done way too much for this effing city to be treated like this, which I agree with him.
yeah.
I am biased because he's probably my favorite basketball player of all time. But
Yeah.
he doesn't deserve any of that. He puts everything he has into these games. But you said you don't know exactly what happened for his altercation. Him and Marcus Hayes have kind of been going at it for a few years. Marcus Hayes is one of the biggest Embiid haters in the media.
Okay.
He wrote an article during the offseason sometime about Embiid, but blaming a lot of stuff on Embiid's late brother and his son. Just not a good article that had nothing to do with basketball. But full story, or full details of the altercation between the two. Embiid said, the next time you bring up my dead brother and my son again, you're going to see what I'm going to do with you, and I'm going to have to live with the consequences. Embiid continued with several instances of profanity in the next few sentences. Hayes offered an apology, which Embiid did not want, and he said that this is not the first time this has happened with you. And he later said he doesn't care what reporters say, and Hayes answered, but you do. Embiid appeared to get louder at that point and not long afterward pushed Hayes on the shoulder while the team's public relations chief got between them. Another PR person moved Tyrese Maxey's interview to the hallway outside the locker room trying to clear reporters. At the same time, a team security person asked the media not to report on what had happened. Embiid yelled over the security guard, they can do whatever they want. I don't give a...
A word we cannot use.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
We want to... Actually, it doesn't even matter right now because we can't get monetized, but we still don't want to.
Yeah. We're family friendly.
It's really stupid. I'm completely on Embiid's side besides him shoving him. It's not really an excuse to be made for putting your hands on someone.
Yeah. There's another situation about bringing a family member into something
his late brother
and lashing out.
And his son.
Yeah. Lashing out about it. We will get to the other scenario later in the podcast. I bet Brennan and everybody else knows what I'm talking about.
Yep, I almost brought it up, but I didn't.
Yeah, let's wait for later for that one. I get it. Family is a sore subject. If any of my sisters' names got brought up by anyone, I don't know how rational I will talk. I like even my mom, my dad, stepdad, anyone in my family. I don't know how I would feel. I don't know how I would act. I don't know how. Family is very important to a lot of people,
right?
And I get it. I agree with him. He deserved to be mad. He deserved to be everything. But it's just it just shows that the media always tries to get in these players' heads and make them look hot-headed.
It's really bad.
And
a good way to explain it to you: Marcus Hayes is like the Elliot Shore Parks of the Sixers. You know who I'm talking about?
I think so.
The football.
Yeah.
That's a good way to explain it.
That's I'm guessing that's a great way to explain
Yeah.
it. But
A lot of people want him fired, but as far as I know, he's gotten no repercussions or
repercussions.
repercussions.
Um,
Missed up one letter.
I get where everyone's coming from. Filing, and that seems a little extreme to me. But he definitely deserves some kind of punishment
Yeah,
for.
like a suspension, like Embiid got. But I do think
Um,
it's funny that Embiid was being investigated for not playing, and then they suspend him.
yeah,
It's kind of ironic.
it's kind of like going back to hockey. Going even in football. They always say like refs always. You can hear this when they're mic'd up. They're always going to get the last guy to throw the jab
Yeah,
in any sport.
yeah,
The last guy, even in football, you could be some guy could come hit you, and then if you hit him back,
yeah.
the flag's going to throw on you, and you know that you got to stay level headed and not
Right.
retaliate, not go back on him, and it's more. I don't want to say it's a learning curve, not a curve, learning experience, but it's just something that Nick Nurse and the Sixers organization just have to sit down with Embiid and be like, hey, let's just cool it a little bit and just kind of like sit there and talk to him and be like, well, next time this happens, you know he's gonna try to get in your head. You know
Yeah,
he wants you to yell back at him.
yeah. You're
You know
giving
that
him
he
what he
wants him.
wants.
Yes, you're giving him a story. You're giving him a reason. He like you said, they both hate each other.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to see you succeed, so he's damn near sorry. He probably wants you to be suspended. He wants to find a way for you not to see the court.
yeah.
He
And then he
wants
can write an
to
article about it and make more money off of it.
yeah, you're giving him more, and it just kind of like it's favoring him more
Yeah,
for you.
but it also shows like Adam Schefter wouldn't do that. Like
No,
Shams or Shams, he wouldn't do that.
Nightingale, Passand, all
Right,
those guys wouldn't do that. It's
right.
just,
Woj never did that.
but who's the guy that Book is on trying to do the 40? Some ESPN football guy.
Yes, Rappaport?
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny. He
He
found it
wouldn't do
funny.
that. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, again, we're going to talk about someone later, but both of
You don't bring family into it, especially when
yeah,
you're a sports talk person.
and you don't bring late family members
Right.
in it either.
It's not like we
that's
come here talking about people's kids.
yeah, and I don't know. It's just I don't know.
On to a different note with the Sixers.
Yep.
Also, me hating someone. Grayson Allen, I've hated him since I saw him play in college. Did you see what he did to Gershon Yabusele?
No, but I probably don't want to know.
So, Gershon, underneath the basket with the ball,
Mm-hmm.
he was coming down with the ball, and Grayson Allen went to jump and try and block him from behind. Well, Gershon went down, and Grayson Allen was going above him. Well, Grayson Allen, since he can't hit the ball or anything, decides to intentionally knee Gershon in the back of the head. You can see that he looks down and brings his knee forward.
I don't get why he's not
suspended all the time.
from the league. But like,
there wasn't even a foul called on that play.
Really?
Yeah. And on the bench, he's just laughing afterwards.
It's like I don't know. It's
actually
just,
no. He did get a flagrant foul. Sorry.
what was the one? There was one. I want to say it was probably. I remember watching this. 2022 NBA playoffs, I believe. He did something to a Bulls player.
No, last year he fractured Alex Caruso's wrist.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Was he with the Bucks?
I think so. Now he's on
Um,
the Suns. But yeah, I've hated him. I've always hated him.
I've not like when it comes to college basketball, I kind of root for UNC. I just like the colors, and I've always kind of
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
to that side. So I've kind of just hated Duke. It's just Duke's just annoying to me. I hate Duke.
Yeah.
Duke produces
See, if
words
I
I can't say.
if I
Kind of
find you
players.
out through Duke, I agree. Most of the players I don't like Kyrie Irving. He was on the Cavs when I started getting into basketball. Or like he was
Mm-hmm.
drafted. So I learned about him through the Cavs, not Duke. But like Jason Tatum, I learned about him from Duke. I haven't cared for him since Duke.
Yeah, like it's just I hate Duke. I hate
I don't
players
like any
that
of the
go from
Villanova
Duke.
guys, like Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo.
Yeah,
Mikal Bridges is the only one I can sometimes stand.
there's just some teams that I'm like it.
Yeah, but being a
They're
Michigan
annoying.
fan, I don't like Villanova.
Being a Penn State fan, I hate Michigan. So,
Yeah.
And Ohio State.
We agree on
So,
that.
But no, it's I don't get why he's still in the league. I would have kicked him out a
Right.
long time
I don't
ago.
know. Like people were banned from the NBA for smoking marijuana.
Yeah,
It's beating someone up is much worse than
Then-
smoking.
doing a little fun activity.
Yeah.
Away from the court.
Right. But really quick, Paul George in his debut, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal.
It's a good
Yeah.
good season debut.
Not great, but yeah, good. He was plus minus of plus 3. Maxey, he played 40 minutes that game. He had 32 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. Gershon Yabusele, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block. This is the Gershon I was expecting us to get. And Caleb Martin, he had a game I fully expect from him. 5 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal.
So he's basically out there to get boards.
Yeah, he is the defensive player. He is Tobias Harris, just because of Tobias Harris's contract. We expected him to score much more, be more efficient. Caleb Martin came in, and we knew he was there for mostly defensive purposes. But yeah, Gershon has been our backup center so far this year. Kind of surprising to me, but also not, because Drummond didn't have a great game, so it makes sense that we need someone else back there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we trade like KJ Martin or someone of his sorts for a center. Ricky Council, I almost want us to trade him because I like him so much and we don't play him. Like he got a DNP in our last game. I expected him to be 6th man of the year for us. That's my prediction I made. It's really annoying. Because he has shown very big improvement just last year. Like he became a key piece for us whenever he played. And then we just stopped playing him this year for no reason. It annoys me.
Yeah.
You got anything for the Sixers?
Not really. I need to start following them more.
It's your job is Flyers, my job is Sixers.
Yeah. Right now we're on a good schedule.
Yeah.
Because like tonight is Sixers and tomorrow's Flyers, and I feel like they balance. They I don't think they have yet played a game on the same night.
I don't know.
Maybe early in the season
Yeah.
they did. Well, other than opening night, I know they
Yeah.
played together, but
Yeah. I don't know. Time to get into the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yep. So we won our. Yep. I wouldn't even clap.
Yeah,
We
that
won
was
28-3 against the Jaguars. We were up 22-0 at one point, I believe.
yeah. Did you say 28-30?
28-23. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, I guess we could say 30, but I don't think they only scored 30.
No. Your prediction. I'm just gonna go right into them.
Just going right in them.
41-17 was yours. 45-13 was mine. We were both pretty far off.
Yeah.
First touchdown.
Sorry, Dougie P.
You had Hurts. I had Barkley. It was Barkley.
Hold on. Before you keep going, Barkley is a freaking monster.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
all I gotta
figured we would talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, we can get right into that afterwards, actually.
First down. You had Barkley. I had Smith. Grant Calcaterra. First sack. You had Nakobe Dean. I had Zach Bond. It was Josh Sweat.
Needs to go in Josh Sweat.
As a team, we had 2 sacks. He had 2 sacks. Anytime interception. You had Kenyon. I had DeJean. Bond.
Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, Bond and Dean both had interceptions. Dean had the game-sealing interception. Bond had an earlier interception. Offensive player of the game. We both had Barkley. I predicted him to get 4 touchdowns. He did not get 4 touchdowns.
Did not get 4 touchdowns. But
defensive player of the game, we both had DeJean. I said interception and sack. I don't think he had either. Yeah, he didn't have either. But as we were saying before this, we don't know who to give the defensive player of the game to, whether that's Bond or Dean.
I think we just give it to the linebackers.
Yeah.
Like both.
I would put Ringo in there, but that was a special teams move. That's something we should add next week. We should do special teams player of the game.
Okay. So this prediction. We'll add it to this prediction.
Yeah. I really like that idea. I just thought of that.
That's a good idea. We even think about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, special teams guys. So that would be like Brandon Mann, Elliott, kick returner.
Yeah. Kick returner, literally anyone. Like Ringo. He's the, I forget what you call him, like the run man.
Gunner?
Yeah, the gunner. He forced a fumble.
Wait. Ooh. Long night last night. Can't stop yawning.
I went to bed early, and I don't know. I'm still pretty tired.
We also got a rainy day today, so it's not helping.
We haven't gotten rain in a few weeks, maybe over a month. What was I gonna say? I don't know. You wanna get?
Also, I wanna ask you this while we're on this, and comment down below. This is off of sports entirely. When you yawn, do your eyes water?
Yeah.
Like you just cry?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not just me.
If I'm more tired, then it gets worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm like, I always do it, and I always feel like people are like, oh, what's wrong? Are you crying?
Yeah.
No. Just yawned.
All right.
Ugh.
So
here we go.
Gonna pop it up right here. Actually, maybe
put it in my hands.
What if we make it the thumbnail? Should we make it the thumbnail?
Oh, can we please?
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it'll be the thumbnail this week. The NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Saquon Barkley. One of the best plays I've ever seen in my life. Jahan Dotson might have won up to Garrett Wilson, I think it was, who had the catch of the week for a little bit.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
Odell, the new Odell.
Yeah, and then Dotson Very impressive catch.
Yeah.
And then, a few minutes later?
Devontae Smith
Yeah.
just
Definitely has
over
catch of the year
the
now.
shoulder and just lets his feet die.
Yeah.
And
it was a one-hander too. He pulled it in.
He brought it in with one hand. And,
Yeah.
It was just a defensive, not defensive, highlight play game all round.
It was a very, very good game, except for, once again, Nick Sirianni. Still think he needs to be fired.
Yes.
Way too many fourth down decisions that definitely come back to him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think he needs to be fired, but at this point it might be too late in the season because we're already halfway through.
Yeah.
Speaking of being halfway through, mid-season offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. I say Kenyon Mitchell is defensive rookie of the year.
Yes, definitely.
For the entire league, not just the Eagles.
I'm just trying to think of an offensive rookie of the year.
I don't know. I really do not know. I don't know why I brought it up.
Do we even have an offensive rookie of the year?
Nope. We have Shipley.
The center.
Cam Jurgens?
Cam Jurgens, even though he's not a rookie.
I was going to say, he is not a rookie. He's been a starting lineman for us.
His first year starting.
Yeah. Well, he's been starting.
I feel like he's
been starting at guard.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying at center.
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a very good year. You could tell the first game or two, he was like getting through the jitters almost. Like, you're coming in to replace a legend. Yeah. I understand what could be wrong about that, or like how he could feel weird about that. But he's definitely gotten over it.
Yeah. And I feel like our special teams is Cooper DeJean.
Yeah. Did you see... Yeah, I agree. Did you see the interview with Jalen Hurts? One of the reporters said it seems like you have a knack for the long ball. And he's...
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. And he just started laughing, and they asked why he's laughing. He goes, well, they said I couldn't do it.
Yeah, right?
But,
now...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, did you see... This is going back on the Saquon. Did you see just like after he did it, the defenders all looked at him like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And then did you see the Eagles defense reacting to it?
Yeah, I've seen that video at least 5 times today only.
Oh, I just watch it because it's just. I think I could watch it go.
Yeah, every time I watch that video, I try and look at a different player's reaction.
I love Nakobe Dean. I gotta sit down, man.
Yeah, I think it was Blankenship has my best reaction. He jumps up and goes, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. Well,
but when you have however many players are reacting like that, best players in the world reacting like that to a play you made.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And I've seen so many reporters, just social media people saying it's the best play they've seen in their lifetime.
There was a former player, I think he's now an analyst, I forget who said it. Had to be like over like 50 plus. Said that it was the best thing you've seen in his entire life, and it's like, well, you've probably seen a lot of good players, and again, I don't think I've ever seen anyone like I've seen Barkley hurdle college players. He's hurdled Giants defenders. He hurdled his old college teammate Adrian Amos. He's done Steelers players. I don't think I've ever seen someone go, let me jump over someone backward. Like, it's just crazy.
Right.
It's like, and he's, reporters asked him about it afterwards, and he said he just kind of blacked out and he was just playing ball.
How do you think of that?
Apparently he just blacked out and was like, let me jump.
Yeah.
Like,
that was great.
he was backwards, and he went, "Okay, I'm just going to jump and hope for the best." And
Yeah.
like,
Has
if
anyone
I was,
interviewed the defender?
I don't know, I haven't, but I was about to say, if I was the defender, I would be like, "I'm hanging my cleats up, guys.
Yeah.
It's been real playing with you
Yeah.
all. I'm retiring. I'm done."
It's
Even though
still
that wasn't my
crazy.
fault,
Yeah.
but
What was I about to say? That's what I wanted to bring up. Jalen Hurts, before the bye week, completion percentage 68.2, 6 touchdowns, 7 turnovers, 85.7 passer rating, 2-2 record. Jalen Hurts after the bye week, 72.3% completion percentage, 12 touchdowns, 0 turnovers, 127.6 passer rating, and 4-0 record. Something happened in that bye week.
yeah, something.
I don't know.
It's just I don't know what happened, but this whole team's just starting to play better.
Yeah.
Together.
Does suck that AJ Brown got injured.
I was gonna say, hoping a speedy recovery for.
Yeah, he's seeing his day to day. I don't know if he practiced or not today. They'll probably announce that in a few hours.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure he'll be back this week
probably
against the Cowboys. Yeah, we play at 4:25 this week against the Cowboys, who don't have Dak Prescott.
Yeah, no Prescott. Just for my fantasy team, guys, don't get too mad at me, but let's hope CeeDee Lamb's playing. My one fantasy league, I need to win here.
Well, Kenyon Mitchell will clamp him up, so I honestly would not play him.
I think I'm gonna play him. I think okay. I gotta play him.
Okay, you do you.
Gotta play him.
But we, as we talked about last week, how top receivers have played when covered by Kenyon Mitchell.
We just posted that clip today too, so if you go to our socials, it's up there too. But
all right, yeah.
But
honestly, if you have someone on the bench that could play in his spot, I'd do so.
I'll let you guys. Hopefully we'll get a clip if a clipping program will get it good enough. I will wait because I don't have any Bengals or Ravens.
Yeah.
I'll let Brendan and hopefully some comments on social media, or you know what? Comment down below. My wide receivers, I have Tank Dell, CeeDee Lamb, and Devontae Smith all in my starting lineup. I forgot to put CeeDee Lamb in, not CeeDee. I forgot to put Tank Dell in my lineup last week, but
we still won. Tank Dell and Devontae Smith.
We have three wide receivers.
Oh.
Starting receivers. My backups are DJ Moore and Garrett Wilson. I think I gotta play Garrett Wilson against Arizona.
Yeah.
But do I really play him over CeeDee?
Yeah.
Can Keon
you should honestly trade CeeDee
up?
Trade CeeDee before he has a bad game.
I don't know if I'm willing to give him up though.
I don't know. I would.
That's true, because Cooper Rush might be in sell high, like we were saying for
Cooper Rush or Trey Lance. I don't know which one to expect.
That's true. If Trey Lance could come in.
Yeah, if Cooper Rush isn't doing well, it will not surprise me at all to see Trey Lance.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any good.
Yeah, if you guys have like a group chat or something, I would definitely say you're hearing offers on CeeDee Lamb.
I'm hearing offers on CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
I don't know. But comment down below. Help me with my fantasy. Maybe we'll do this every week. Throw it in the Eagle segment.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Or, if you want, in me and Brendan's league, Brendan and I's league, we're both 7-2.
Yep.
So if you want us to help you with your fantasy team.
Oh, my other one, I'm also 7-2, so.
My other one, the one that I was just talking about, I'm currently 5-4, but that's a tougher.
Yeah.
That's an 8 team.
Yeah. Ours is 12. My other one is 8, but a 2 quarterback league.
But
I did
also, my
some
other league.
stuff like quarterback gets over 500 yards. It's 0.5 extra points or something like that. So like there's these big milestones for each position that I did that it'll give you some extra bonus points. Not many, but some. I would have won last week if Baker Mayfield got the ball first in overtime.
Yeah.
It was very annoying. I would be 8-1 right now.
You did beat my girlfriend last week, though.
Yep.
It was close. It was close. She really only lost because of Chris Olave.
Yeah.
She only lost by what, like 10?
But
But yeah. Any
but I was
fantasy
projected
questions?
to lose.
That's true.
I've
You
been
were
projected to
projected to
lose
lose.
almost every week, and I'm 7-2 across both.
And I'm one of those two that you lost in. So
Yeah.
I'll throw that back out there.
Yeah. You got
But
lucky.
yeah, DM us, comment.
Yeah.
If you guys got any, we'll help you with your fantasy teams.
Yeah. One person in our league, I think I have to help them decent amount with that league and other leagues. I don't know.
Who are you helping in a league?
I follow pretty much all players across the NFL just for fantasy. The only reason I know most of these players is because of fantasy. But like NBA, I really wanted to do fantasy basketball this year. But since I stopped playing 2K, I don't know as many players. There's just way too many to know about anymore.
I always just I've been doing for my fantasy basketball, just do a quick lineup and
yeah,
let it be done.
No, I kept mentioning it like almost every day. I wanted to do it, and then the season started. And I'm like, oh, well, I kind of forgot to join a league. You want to get into our predictions?
Yeah,
This is getting to
let's
be
hit
a
'em.
longer episode.
Yes. Sorry, guys.
There's a lot to talk about.
I'm gonna write mine down.
Okay.
And you just because I feel like I'm asking you week in
I
and
can
week
also
out.
send you a picture of it afterwards.
I'll just write mine down too.
Okay. Well, I'm writing both of them.
I'll probably. You can write both
Like
of them.
before we record, I make the little blueprint thing. All right. Playing the Cowboys. I'm going to say Cowboys are scoring 19, 41. Eagles 41. 41-19 we win. What's yours?
I've got 28-14.
Okay.
Because like we don't perform good against bad teams. So
First touchdown. AJ Brown deep ball.
Going Barkley with another backwards hurdle. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
That was
Into the end zone.
probably yeah.
First down.
He's gonna go for what's his face? It's gonna be like a 50-yard run, and then he's gonna start doing what Deshaun Jackson did.
Yeah.
First down, I have Hurts.
I was thinking about that, but since you did that, I'll go Barkley. First sack, Nakobe Dean.
I told you I'm going Sweat, and I almost I'm bad at spelling. And I spelled it SWEET, and it actually reminded me of something. We got a couple relief pitchers the other day. The Phillies did.
Oh yeah, but they're minor leagues, aren't they?
I thought they played in the minor leagues, but I'm just saying that could be some future.
Yeah.
Just forgot to bring that up during the Philly segment, so you true listeners will.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I didn't think they're worth it at this point.
And we also forgot to say that we had a couple minor league Flyers acquisitions too. So.
Yeah.
Some
Anytime interception. I'm Mitchell. Saying Blankenship.
I know it. I'm gonna play CD Lamb probably, and I'm gonna get screwed.
Yep.
Because Mitchell's probably gonna get an interception, but
yep. I hope so. Offensive player of the game?
Because I'm going to need him to ball out, Smith.
I'd love that, but since I went actually, I was going to say AJ Brown and Devontae Smith are going to have good games, but if they're having good games, then that means Hurts would probably be player of the game for however many passing touchdowns, unless they pull out a rushing touchdown from Hurts.
I say you can write this if you want.
I'm saying
Smith
Hurts.
is going to have a rushing and a receiving touchdown.
All right.
gonna
Defensive
pull
player of the
down?
game. I'm saying Kenyon Mitchell clamping up CeeDee Lamb.
You want me to lose my other fantasy league?
You won't lose if you don't play him.
But this league, the points are so bad, so weird that he could get 150 yards
Yeah.
and still have like 100 points.
Wow.
It's stupid. The points are so stupid.
Oh, is that the one there where you have like 1,000 some points? a week?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
that is stupid.
league is called like something in haymakers, and it's just like
Yeah.
unnecessary points scoring.
Defensive player of the game.
I'm gonna go Blankenship.
All right. And then lastly, we got special teams player of the game. I'm saying DeJean.
Does he even do? I thought it was.
I honestly don't know.
Does he even take the returns anymore?
Yeah, I'm crossing that out. I know for kickoffs, it's Shipley and Gainwell.
Yes, that's what
Shipley's been due. I'm going Shipley. He's going to have, if not a return touchdown, very good returns.
I know this is going to go back on my my score predictions, but I'm going to go Jake Elliott.
All right. Hey, not necessarily. He could kick 2 field goals and we get a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, like because for some reason Sirianni likes going for 2-point conversions.
Yeah.
You
I don't even want to talk
9
about
points
that.
on the field.
Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. You got anything else?
Go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds. Go Sixers. Go Flyers.
Yeah.
Phillies go get Juan Soto and Teoscar Hernandez.
Oh, Juan.
And Corbin Burns. And Walker Buehler.
And everyone else.
Yep.
Every free agent.
Every single relief pitcher that is out there, we're going to sign.
Yes.
And every batter gets a new pitcher.
Yes.
Throughout the entire season. Not one person will play multiple innings over the entire season.
Zach Wheeler, you're starting 1 inning and then new pitcher.
Yep. All right. See you, everyone.
Peace.